Okay, today we're going to be covering CC2 1.2.1 review and preview. Problem 57. Joyce's dad packs her lunch and always packs a yogurt. Joyce knows that there are 5 yogurts in the refrigerator. 1 raspberry, 2 strawberry, 1 blueberry, and 1 vanilla. Her dad usually reaches into the refrigerator and randomly grabs a yogurt. Which flavor is she most likely to have in her lunch today? She's most likely to have strawberry because there are 2 of them. Okay, all the other flavors, there's only 1 of them. Okay, so what are her chances of finding a vanilla yogurt in her lunch bag? Well, she has 1 vanilla out of 5 possible yogurts. Okay, and if we are figuring out the percent, that's a 20% chance. Okay, problem 58. We've done this before, but not with probabilities, but it's the same idea. Probabilities are either fractions or percents, so we can put them on a number line. So we're going to place the following probabilities on the number line below. Okay, so I have a 1/4 chance that you're going to be the team member who gets supplies tomorrow. A 25% chance of snow, an 8/10 probability of eating vegetables with dinner. Probability of getting a blue marble is 5/8, and a 1/100th probability that it will be 85 degrees on Saturday. So I like to think of this as percent. So I have 0% and 100%. Okay, and then I can put in my lines. My lines are not going to be completely evenly spaced. So a 1/4 chance, that's 25%. Okay, so if I go to 10, 25%, well, part A is there. Conveniently, this 25% chance of snow tomorrow is also in the same location. An 8/10 probability of eating vegetables with dinner. Well, 8/10 is the same as 80%. So I find my 80%, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And I can put part C there. D, the probability of getting a blue marble. I can use a calculator because 8 doesn't go into 100 evenly. So 5 divided by 8 is 0 and 625 thousandths. I move my decimal 2 places. This equals 62.5%. So I find my 50. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And I'm going to kind of estimate that it's right about there. Okay, and then a 1/100th probability that it will be 85 degrees on Saturday. I move my decimal 2 spots. This is the same as saying 1%. I'm going to get it as close to that 0% line as I can. And that is where E is at. Okay, problem number 59. We are writing T for theoretical or E for experimental to describe the probabilities for each of the following situations. Okay, the chance of getting tails when flipping a coin is 1/2. We have not performed an experiment, so in this case, it is theoretical. I have 1/2 of a chance. Part B, I flipped a coin 8 times and got heads 6 times, so the probability is 6/8. Except for we know that the theoretical probability is 1/2, so this has to be experimental. I flipped a coin. My mom packed my lunch 3 of the 5 past days. So the probability of my mom packing my lunch is 3/5. In this case, I would say this is experimental. Their mom is packing their lunch. They are keeping track. The chance of winning the state lottery is 1 in 98 million. This is theoretical. Based on mathematical models. That has to be theoretical. Okay, Lena got 3 hits in her last 7 times at bat. So her chance of getting a hit is 3/7. This is experimental. On the other side, problem 60. Mariana represented several percents as portions of 100 in the pictures below. We need to write the percent represented in each picture, and then we need to write it as a fraction in 2 different ways. So the first one is 80%. There's 80 blocks filled in. 80% is 80 out of 100. I could simplify that to 8/10, which simplifies to 4/5. I actually wrote that 3 different ways. Number 2, I have 10, 11, 12 and a half. So it's 12.5%. Okay. I could also write 125 thousandths. And if I divide by 25, so 125 divided by 25 is 5. 1,000 divided by 25 is 40. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 40 divided by 5 is 8. So I could also write 1/8. Number 3, I have 10 squares shaded in, so it is 10 hundredths or 10%, which is also 1/10. Okay, find the mean and median for the lengths of the jumping frog's bodies shown below. The lengths are in centimeters. So I have to start off by organizing my numbers from least to greatest. So I'm going to look for my smallest number, which looks like it's 7 6/10. And I have 2 of them. And then 9 2/10. 12 5/10. 13 9/10. 14 1/10. 15 6/10. 17 5/10. 20 3/10. And 21 7/10. Okay. So I like to double check that I have the right amount of numbers. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers. So I know when I do my mean, I'm going to divide by 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers. So I did it correctly. So I'm going to start by finding my median. So if I move in from the outside edges, I have 13 9/10 and 14 1/10. I wrote that down wrong, or in the wrong way. So 13 9/10 plus 14 1/10. it is 28. Then divide that by 2, it's 14. Okay, now I have to add together all the numbers. So you're going to have to give me a second. So I have 20 and 3/10 plus 12 and 5/10 plus 7 and 6/10, 13 and 9/10, 9 and 2/10, 21 and 7/10, plus 7 and 6/10, plus 17 and a half, plus 15 and 6/10, plus 14 and 1/10. I got 140. 140 divided by 10 equals 14. So my mean and median are the same number, which is good. That means I don't have outliers or anything skewing my data. Okay, last problem, number 62. Craig is practicing his baseball pitching. He kept track of the speed of each of his throws yesterday, and he made a histogram. Can you tell the speed of Craig's fastest pitch? I cannot. I know it's between 70 and 75, but I don't know exactly what speed it is. So I know it is between 70 to 75 miles per hour, but not the specific speed. Part B, between what speeds does Craig usually pitch? Well, which bar is the tallest? It's between 50 to 55 miles per hour. Based on this data, what is the probability that Craig will pitch the ball between 70 and 75 miles per hour? So I have 2. So it'll be 2 out of however many pitches. So I have to figure out how many pitches he's done. So I add them all together. So 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 4 is 13, plus 1 is 14, 15, 16. So it's 2 out of 16 or 1/8. Okay. And if I'm doing percent, if we look back up here, 1/8. So it's 12.5% probability of Craig pitching between 70 and 75 miles per hour. As always, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out.